All right. Here we are. Mike joining on hot. And do we have Tyler? Tyler, do you copy?
He's working on it.
And do we got a video? And we got a video. There he is. There's the big man. And his audio isn't working. What a disastrous start to the Intellectual Idiots show this morning. We're here live, recording on a...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you there, bud. The Intellectual Idiots have been separated for some time now. Since our last recording, I've been in Colorado. I unfortunately had to spend the night with Michael last night to witness another horrendous Brewer game loss. Just terrible.
How bad was the game? I didn't watch.
Dude, I will say this.
So bad.
It was one of the worst Brewer games I've ever been to. Just in the sheer, humidity. And Tyler, I know you're in Tennessee right now, and it's probably hot as balls down there too. But, it felt like a morning waking up in Florida yesterday, dude. It was like...
Was it Gucci?
78% humidity by 6 a.m. It was insane. It was brutal. Hot as balls, just sitting up there roasting.
Session.
What?
How was your grilling session?
But I'll step in for that. Hoffman got a new Blackstone grill, but his burgers were absolutely delicious. I was a little hesitant at first, but Max, all power to you. Great job on the grill.
So
I'm really hoping we could show that to the audience.
Yeah, dude. So Tyler, when you get back, we got to go to a Brewer game again because, dude, it's crazy. This Blackstone, it's legit. I have wanted one for the longest time, and there's a very, very small crowd that would actually get excited about me getting a Blackstone with me because it's a dad thing. It's a freaking grill. But at the same time, dude, this thing is amazing. It's a flat iron grill. So you can do stir fries on there. You can cook eggs and make breakfast. You could do pancakes. It's a griddle top.
That's the way to go.
But it just soaks the burger, the burger grease with the burger. So it just adds that extra flavor. It was delicious, man.
Yeah, it's like you're cooking with a cast iron, but you can do it portably.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Tyler, your internet's a little bit spotty, so hopefully we make it through.
I'm in the middle of the mountains. So I don't expect to have good Wi-Fi out here.
What, you didn't want to buy a $500? You don't want to buy a $500 WAP, wireless access point, to make things better, or no? You could just expense it on the podcast.
No. Jim's Way is the road name that I'm on.
All right, guys. Well, anyway, thank you both for joining. The Intellectual Idiots have been all over the place. I've been in Colorado last weekend. Mike's been running around. Tyler is now in Gatlinburg at his Airbnb. Mike's beating it.
I'll be going to Alaska next week. All
right, Mike, let's give it up for Gut. Gut's going to Alaska next week. So we are all over the place, but we're making it work for the people. It's a time right now where it's there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of people going everywhere. So it's been tough to find times to record and get everything out, but we do it, and we do it for the people that we love. But we got a packed episode for you today. So we're going to start off with what's hot, what's not. We're going to move into talking about the Brewers and kind of all of our takes on everything that's happened lately. It's been a roller coaster in the MLB in general, but especially being a fan of this poverty Milwaukee Brewers franchise. And then obviously we're gonna close it down with our second segment of our 150 through 1 state ranking of states by beauty. We're down for 40 through 30 today. So yeah, let's kick it off with what's hot, what's not. Mike, do you want to get things rolling for us?
Yeah, I do. And I'm probably going to steal your guys. Max, I'll probably steal your what's hot. But what's hot right now, folks, you probably know that I live in beautiful West Dallas, Wisconsin, just a stone throw away from the Wisconsin State Fair parks. State Fair is hot in action right now. You get just to see
I've already
beautiful
been.
people. Max, did you see any, like, what was there, like a human specimen that was just that pointed out or stuck out to you while you were there? Any wacky
You
people?
see so many people of all different shapes and sizes. I saw a couple absolute blue ribbon award winning hog riders. Tyler would know. Tyler, rip a good old blue ribbon.
Good Lord. So,
Did you see the hog race?
I saw
did
the
you see the
hog
hog
race
racing?
too.
but State Fair, always fun. I've heard like from around the country, Wisconsin State Fair honestly has one of the most interesting state fairs with the types of food and all the animals and stuff that are there. So going on to my what's not hot is Alex Jones. And I got to play this little audio clip that's just very popular.
Your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. You piece of shit. You fucking goddamn fucker. Listen, fuckhead. You fucking crossed the line. Get that through your goddamn fucking head. Stop pushing your shit.
Oh, we're going
Who is this
explicit.
guy?
If you guys don't know Alex Jones, he's a very controversial far right person. He had a TV show that was called InfoWars, and he would just come up with like these conspiracy theories on how like the government's a bunch of aliens, that Nancy Pelosi is a lizard. But some of the other stuff, and speaking of his conspiracies, he like told the people that the Sandy Hook like massacre shooting was a hoax, that there were paid actors, and there was a defamation, I believe, lawsuit from the parents, and he has been sued a total of $49 million for publicly promoting that the shooting was
Holy
conspiracy theory in Sandy Hook, as opposed to
Sandy
horrible
Hook was
national tragedy.
conspiracy
Which it
theory?
is. So he's just been like lying under
horrible.
oath too. It's just not a good look. So Alex Jones.
Oh, dude, it's that fat guy that with the beard, right? That's
Yeah, he kind of reminds me. Someone sent me a photo from Twitter. He kind of looks like the lion from the Wizard of Oz.
Oh my God.
You
So this
just-
guy's getting sued for $49 million.
So yeah, he's paying $4.1 million for pretty much like he would talk about these families and how like I said, they were hoaxes, and these families of like students that got shot were getting like harassed by like these far right Alex Jones supporter fans, so causing them to move multiple times throughout the last 10 years. So yeah, not great. But shall we flip it to one of you,
This
Jen?
sounds like a bad human.
Yeah, he's not great.
That sounds like a bad human right there.
dude, I mean, no shit. Like, I wonder, like, what goes through people's heads when they like say shit like that. Like, what makes you think the Sandy Hook is a conspiracy when a guy goes in guns blazing and shoots a bunch of kids? Like,
Tries to get clicks. I don't know.
fucked up, man. That's fucked up. All right, Ty, I'm gonna go second.
All right, you seem eager.
I'm eager. What's hot? Since Michael took the state fair, of course I had the state fair because I love the state fair. There's nothing more I love about the state fair. I go to the state fair
What about your bison?
5 million times over Summerfest. I love the state fair.
What
Okay.
about your bison hat? Tell the story of the bison hat.
Can you read it?
Boulder, Colorado. Wow, that's pretty sick,
Yeah,
honestly.
I got it in Colorado. I wanted to get something out there. It was a fun little trip. I mean, it was kind of interesting when I went with, and of course we're getting off topic, but that's what we do on the Intellectual Idiot Show. But when I went with Haley, like out west into like Tetons, Yellowstone, and Glacier, it was like the middle of grizzly country, like out west, like you're lucky to see a gas station every 50 miles. You know what I mean? And then you go out in Colorado, it's like Colorado is really pretty. It's awesome. It's cool, but it's like a commercialized out west, so to speak. It's like a lot more touristy, it seems. So it's like you go, but it's like you can go out in the mountains, but then on your next left could be like a Starbucks. So it's like, you know what I mean? No, Yeah, no.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah, no,
But yeah, no, anyway, so my what's
somewhat.
hot.
It's
Oh, sorry, Ty, did you say something? You're a little leggy.
no. I was just saying, yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
But it was
When you're out west
Oh.
in those.
Colorado's a great place for like a family vacation too, because like it's like got a bunch of like touristy things to do too, like in the cities and like Denver and whatnot and all that stuff. But anyway, what's
And you're
hot?
close to like. Sorry, is my voice delayed? I was gonna say you're close to like all the nature stuff too. You enjoyed whitewater rafting.
Yeah. Yeah, we went whitewater rafting. So wow, Mike, you're so funny.
Nice.
Wow, you're just full of jokes today, aren't you? You're just full of jokes today.
So what's your what's hot then? You never I don't know if you ever finished.
No,
it.
I've never said it. My what's hot is football season. And I'm
Oh.
lumping in fantasy football
Yeah.
with football season. We got our draft coming up soon. We got football season coming up soon. It's an exciting time now in sports. Once the trade deadline hits, MLB starts ramping up. You got football season coming. You're starting to set your fantasy football draft times and all that stuff. So football season is coming. It is close. Rodgers seems ready to rip. Even though I did figure out that he's dating like some
He's
crazy person.
the witch.
Yeah.
And he's doing ayahuasca.
What the
That's it. That was interesting to hear. He's doing the world's most powerful psychedelic.
just weird. But yeah, football season is my what's hot. My what's not is Pete Davidson. Yet again, Pete Davidson breaks up with Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian broke up with Pete Davidson. So Pete Davidson yet again has lost another 10. He has lost another dime piece.
We'll move on to another 10. That's the thing.
He will, but it's really just a tough scene for Pete Davidson. I mean, how many girls are you gonna just let slip right through the fingers? It's a tough look. But here we are, Pete. You'll bounce back. We all believe in you. But really, just
So
Kim Kardashian is known as the top echelon. I would.
Yeah, I mean, she's also extremely intelligent. Like she's literally, I think she's a lawyer now, or in
going to law
school
school.
to be a lawyer. So
Yeah.
she's quite the catch.
Yeah, I heard the breakup was pretty mutual though. I mean, that doesn't really make it any better, but it was just the long distance. They couldn't handle it. That's what
So were you there, Michael? Like, were you there interviewing Kim? And
Yep, I was the first one.
I was hanging with Pete. You were hanging with Pete, right?
Yeah, I was hanging with Pete. He's like, "Hey, I don't like Kim Kardashian anymore. Do you want her?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
just
Good
two
to know.
guys with big nuts hanging out together.
Pretty much.
All right, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. So I got two of each. I didn't think of the second what's hot until Max said NFL season. A what's not is a very bad one. The NFL is on the what's not right now.
Oh,
I'm calling him out. Deshaun Watson.
wait, do we have a breaking groin? Or is it just a
Breaking
call out?
news.
It's not a breaking point. This is already out there. This is a call out to the NFL. How can you only suspend a man 6 games for having those 24 women come out against him with kind of like sexual assault allegations, and he only gets 6 games? They're appealing it, to make it probably more games, but
I think
how
it
do you
should
come
be
out and
less.
only give him 6 when Calvin Ridley gets a year for betting on one game? Like, I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's fucking blasphemous. Dude, there are people in the league that are getting suspended a year for doing weed. It's like the NFL. This doesn't just happen in the NFL. Like this happens in the MLB. We had a debate. Me and my dad had a debate about steroids in the MLB, and like commissioners of sports have problems with like scaling to like crimes, scale to the crime. They have problems with it across the league. How in God's name is Deshaun Watson, Tariq Hill, Adrian Peterson, Kareem Hunt, how are any of these guys allowed to play another snap in the NFL? But yet Calvin Ridley is getting suspended for
It's a year.
for betting $1,000 on
He was out too. Like, I mean,
Yeah, he
he
didn't
was
even hit a
obviously,
parlay.
having some problems.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
like,
bad.
They
I
act like
just
this Gordon guy is like the biggest criminal in the history of the NFL, and all he's done is done weed like 50 times. It's like, come
the
on,
man can't stay off
weed.
Yeah, so
Whatever.
I think that's pretty ridiculous. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm sure he'll get a bigger suspension because of this appeal. Mike, you had said something in the beginning that you think it should be less.
I just think everything was. So what was it? All 24. There was like no court case. They were all settled.
I don't know the exact details, but it's
There was
I don't
a
know.
interesting take. Deshaun Watson, from now on, he could play a football game if he gets massages from like an 80-year-old man. Then I'd let him play.
Wouldn't it be ironic if you got massages from Robert Kraft? I think that Deshaun Watson should only be allowed to get massages from Robert Kraft.
No, what the real deal is, Watson should be traded to the Patriots immediately. Mac Jones to the Browns.
Okay.
Just an
He plays
ice
Robert
cold
Kraft.
take. Ice cold take by Tyler.
I'm still thinking, Ty.
Play for
about-
Robert Kraft.
I'm still putting the imagery out there. We got to get some sort of graphic of just Robert Kraft giving Deshaun Watson a massage and giving him a happy ending at the end.
Oh God, Jesus. Okay, we're getting real dirty on this show today.
All
Let's
right.
move on.
I and Mike can
what's
reenact.
hot? All right, what's hot? No. My what's hot?
Guts.
I've got.
Guts at the state fair.
I thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just kind of a guy from Ohio. Yeah, Logan Paul can be kind of a douche. But I thought it was pretty cool that they got a sponsorship with their new drink. They got fucking Arsenal. Their new Prime sports drink. They got Arsenal officially their official drink. That's one of the biggest sports franchises in the world. So I thought that was pretty cool. So what's hot, KSI and Logan Paul. I thought that was really, really awesome.
Wow.
Mike, you look enamored.
I am enamored. That's very interesting.
A lot of people, Tyler,
Yeah, I mean-
a lot of people really hate on the Paul brothers, but like they're rich.
I like Logan a lot. Jake.
But here's the thing: the Paul brothers are rich as fuck because they do what they do better than anybody else. I don't know anybody else in the world that does what like stirring up controversy and getting views and clicks like the Pauls do.
Marketing themselves.
Like I don't really like either of them, but like at the same time, it's like I almost feel like a hater by saying I don't like them because like they're better than us. They're better than like 99% of podcasts out there. They're better than 99.9% of social media influencers out there in the world. Jake Paul's not even a fucking boxer. He just talked himself into it. And now he's trying to get fights at Madison Square Garden. It's insane. Like, what is?
I mean, he's sold so much money's worth. Like, the amount of money he's made from his fights are insane. I think he's made $50 million or something close to that from his fights. It's insane.
Yeah, that is.
I do have one more, and it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever been a part of. You guys, when I heard this, I was like, so we had a guest at the Airbnb like 4 days ago, and they called me, oh yeah, the jets aren't working. Like, can you send someone over? The hot tub isn't working. The power out of the jets isn't really working well. Okay, send the hot tub guy over. He calls me, Tyler, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, but all 26 jets are gone. So someone took all 26 of my jets and stole them out of the hot tub. The holes, the holes in the hot tub, like with those little plastic pieces where you can kind of move them in a hot tub. Someone stole all 26 of those.
Oh,
what it was?
God, is that
So
Dude,
What's not is hot tubs, and what's in is this. We got this big fucking tank for this place instead, because we're not doing hot tubs anymore.
dude, what is going on with your fucking Airbnb? Can you get somebody down there to lock it the fuck in from a security or maintenance standpoint?
Dude,
Like, you have these
what am
beautiful
I supposed- what am I
Airbnbs. You got these beautiful Airbnbs and you got people stealing gravel. You got people going into your hot tub and removing jets. What the fuck is going on down here at the jet ski campaign at this
I can't
Airbnb?
control that. I can't control that. What am I supposed to do? Have a
You
computer?
know,
Have
Let
a
me sell
camera
you,
right over my hot tub, or right?
Tyler, let me sell you video surveillance. Let me sell you cameras around your entire properties. And then
I don't want your service.
I'll sell you air horns. So then when you have the network air horns, you can record your voice on the network air horns I sell to say, get the fuck off.
Hello. Do not steal my shit. Do not steal my shit.
Alert. I see you. Get the fuck away or you will be shot.
Alert! Emergency engagement shooting system arming.
Loading the
That's
turrets. Oh,
my
that
God.
shit's so funny. Where are we at right now?
Yeah, so I got that call. That was the last what's not for me.
All right.
Baseball news.
Well, that's
So-
good stuff. Boys, let's keep it moving on. Okay. That was a very exciting what's hot, what's not. See, this is what happens when we don't see each other in a while. We're at like 25 minutes already recording at this podcast, and we've pretty much just been like talking about everything that's been going on. But anyway, this is great because the people who care about us, because there are nobody better out there than us. We are kind of what's up and what's happening in the world. So moving on and moving forward, we had a crazy MLB trade deadline this year. It was nuts. And I'll tell you what, a lot of disappointment from the Milwaukee side of things. Just really tough. I want to
Very
go down. I want to get everybody's thoughts, not only say what you want, not only about the Brewers, but about the trade deadline in general. So who wants to start? Who wants to kick us off? All right, Gut. You hit
The
us
San
off.
Diego Padres. The San Diego Padres. That's all I have to say. How does this team get that many players? Josh Bell, Josh Hader. They already have Tatis. They get
Juan.
Juan Soto, who just
Juan
signed
Soto is
for,
literally
for
like,
500 billion. He just signed for a $500 billion contract.
dude, here's the thing.
How?
You know
Do
what?
they have the money? They have Tatis.
Dude, do you want to know how? Because the Padres ownership and brass cares about winning a World Series. That's why. They are a team that has balls and they want to go for it. It took a heavy
Yeah,
return to
the
do all
Brewers
that.
don't go for it.
Their farm system is fucked now.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, now they have fucking Juan Soto, Josh Bell, and Josh Hader to complement an already stellar starting rotation with Yu Darvish and Blake Snell. And then on top of that, they already have
You
Tatis.
Darvish is on the Padres?
What?
I didn't know you Darvish is on the Padres.
Oh yeah. Yep. The Cubs traded him to the Padres. So just balls. That's what I gotta say. Mike.
I mean, Will Smith. You remember Will Smith? He used to be on the Braves, traded the Astros. He's still a pretty solid mid-relief pitcher, I gotta say. Brew Crew had him a few years ago. I also have that we now have Brew Crew got Trevor Rosenthal. I'll take him. We acquired him from I don't even know where, but that was one move. But the Brewers have been a little too small. I wanted to spend a little time just focusing on Vin Scully, our beloved Dodgers announcer who's dead. I think that should be the biggest news in his legacy that he's added the MLB. But
So sad.
Great.
speaking, no. I was talking to I don't know who yesterday, but if you guys ever like compared baseball announcers to like other officiating sports like announcers, like basketball announcers, football announcers, and whatnot. Like, if you ever watched that,
Can we get your impressions of that? Can we get your impressions of each sport genre?
Yeah. So if you think about like hearing the Milwaukee Bucks on the radio or just seeing them on TV, and you can say like, and Chris Middleton brings the ball down the court while Giannis Antetokounmpo sets a pick down screen, while meanwhile Drew Holiday has to go across half court, passes it to Drew Holiday, shoots a 3, rebound off the backboard, and he puts it in for a tap in, as opposed to baseball. So you're telling me that when you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you put the jelly on first? That's gonna be a strike. Counts 1 and 2.
Oh, there he hits a double. Oh,
Someone who has the audacity to put jelly on a peanut butter jelly sandwich. So I don't know. I just thought of it the other day on how being a baseball announcer, that's just a great route to go down, where you can just shoot the shit half the time and talk about the sport every 30 seconds. But RIP Vin Scully. That's my trade headline.
Yeah. I mean, RIP to Vin Scully.
yeah.
I will say, I just want to read you guys a couple things, right? So you think about the contenders, teams that are in first place or second place, or fighting for a wild card. Phillies added with Syndergaard from the Angels. Twins got Tyler Mahle from the Reds. Braves acquired Rafael Iglesias from the Angels. Very good closer. Blue Jays got Whit Merrifield. Cardinals got Jordan Montgomery. Phillies, David Robertson. 2 moves by the Phillies. Twins, another move, Michael Fulmer. Great starting pitcher from the Tigers. Padres, Brandon Drury, pardon me. Padres, Josh Hader. Padres, Josh Bell, Juan Soto. The list goes on, right? You look at all the contending teams. Then you look at the Brewers. 13 games over 500, in first place in their division by 4 games, and they sell at the deadline.
They just like, that's such a pussy move.
The Brewers they have 5 of like some of the best pitchers in baseball. Devin Williams, Josh Hader in closing out the 8th and the 9th inning. And then on top of that, you can complement them with Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, and Freddie Peralta. And yet you have one of the best pitching.
Don't forget about our big boy.
Lauer?
Don't forget about our big man.
Brent Suter.
Suter.
Oh.
No, I was mainly saying Adrian Hauser, but
I'm so unbelievably disappointed in this team. It's like you have lofty World Series expectations coming into the season after playing so well last year, having such a strong starting pitching staff. You don't add anybody and make our offense better at all in the offseason. We go into the year with like the same lineup. And then on top of that, you refuse to give Keston Hiura at bats when he literally like has made an impact in every single game that he's played in. There's nobody on our team that hits better against right-handed pitching, but yet he continues to throw Tellez out there every single game and doesn't give Hiura a chance. On top of that, like we add 0 bats to an offense that immensely struggles. I don't understand. I'm still trying to wrap my head around like the logic of like selling at a trade deadline as a first place team with some of the best pitching in baseball with World Series hopes.
I just don't think that they believe that we have a good enough team. So they didn't feel like going all in, even though we're 13 over 500. It's just kind of like a cop out.
It's a cop out if I've ever seen a cop out. Look at the Padres. They're not a huge market ball club. Look at the Mets. Look at all these teams that are just going after it with these owners. Like they just like want to win. And they're bringing in these guys that can play. It's like we have the prospects to go after a Wilson Contreras or like any hitter, CJ Cron, any hitter that could have made our team better. We have the prospects to do that. But instead we chose to go the opposite route. We sold one of the best relievers in baseball to get a couple more prospects. Michael said it the best.
They don't look like they're good. They're not even a top 100 prospect in there.
I mean, they're decent prospects. I think that David Stearns thinks both of them can be pretty good, and I trust his judgment on that. But like Michael said it the best yesterday. Like, very rarely do you hear about these prospects you trade for coming out and being like all-stars. You know Josh Hader's an all-star. Stop being a cheap bastard, pay him $11 million next year and re-sign him. The fuck?
He shuts it down for us. Like he's like a game. I mean, he's literally like a game changer for any team.
Instead, you proceed to
I'm
blow.
so sad.
You blow 3 straight games to the Pirates. The Pirates. We blew it in late innings. 1 in the 9th and then 1 in the 10th. How ironic is that? Fucking unbelievable, man.
Pretty
Unbelievable.
sad.
This team is so poverty. And now we just lost first place to the Cardinals. We literally did just pass this up. We are now in second place in the division by a game because the Cardinals just swept the Yankees. So now we have that to worry about. So that's
But
fantastic.
the Yankees, God, the Yankees are unbelievable.
Don't look now, but the Cardinals are now 11 games over 500. They were really struggling before the deadline, and now they're good as fuck. I gotta find a new team. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. The Brewers are just very frustrating. Very frustrating. It's like you have some balls, go for it.
Yeah.
But who am I? They just closed their World Series window by like, or extended our chances of getting a World Series. I guess, but
Unexistent World Series hopes now.
Michael, do you have any thoughts?
It's always frustrating to see like when there's a transaction or trade being made. I feel like half the time when there is a big trade, a lot of the home base fans are gonna be like, why the hell would we get rid of like a good person? And time will tell. We'll be able to tell at the end of the year if these trades really ended up we were wrong, or if David Stearns still has something in his back pocket once in a while. But I really find this one tough to believe that this is going to help us this year.
Did you guys hear what Mark Antanasio, the Brewers owner, said about the trade?
No.
Dude, he threw David Stearns under the bus so hard. It was cringy. He was
Really?
like,
I didn't know that.
Antanasio was getting a lot of heat for it because people were calling him cheap and like that he doesn't want to pay him. But Stearns increased our payroll by signing Trevor Rosenthal, who's an injured relief pitcher. He hasn't played on our team since he played in the MLB since 2020, and we signed him. We traded for him. We traded a prospect for Trevor Rosenthal, and he's literally increasing our payroll. And Antanasio said it's not about money. He's like, in the past, I've been criticized for being too involved, with trades and getting things moving and, but I've never vetoed a trade of David, and I've put my trust in him, and I backed off. And he basically said, like, I probably should have stepped in on this one.
Jesus.
Yikes.
That's terrible.
Tough look. All right, boys. Do we have any other thoughts?
Devin Williams can.
Oh, go ahead, Tyler. Sorry, you're a little.
I said, pray to God, Devin Williams can shut it down for us.
Well, they already blew one in his first appearance, so thank God. He's 0 for 1. So hopefully we can keep it going. We got to get a win today. Just think about it. 1 win at a time. We got to get a win today. Got the Reds again. So right now we've had a stretch. We went 7-1 against the who did we play right out at the deadline? I forget. Whatever. Some team out of the deadline, and then the Red Sox. We've managed to go 8-1 against those teams. And now we've played the Pirates 3 straight games, and then the Reds, and we are currently now 1-4. 1-5. Sorry, 1-5 in those games against the 2 worst teams in baseball. So let's keep it going. All right. So moving on, we got our 40 through 30 states.
40 through 31.
40 through 31. Sorry. Pardon me. Thank you, Mike. So I believe that I am starting off, correct?
No, I'm starting off. I got to clearly mark that all out. North Dakota, Delaware, Connecticut.
I know, but isn't Illinois? We have Illinois at the top.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh, you're right. That's my bad. Yep, you're right.
All
Okay,
right.
go ahead. Take
So,
Illinois. I
just-
prepared for North Dakota, Delaware, Connecticut.
All
Just-
right. So I'll kick it off. We got Illinois to start it off at number 40. Just you want to talk about a state that's got nothing to offer besides Chicago. People would argue that I would argue Illinois to be the worst state in the country. I hate Chicago. I think Chicago has, I'd literally do anything than go down to Chicago. I can't stand it. It's annoying. It's stupid. I don't give a shit about it.
On the visit, like the museums, but
If
terrible
you've never been to Chicago, I can understand where you'd want to go. But like, I've been to Chicago plenty. I can't stand it. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. So Chicago, but they have that. So we couldn't put them in the 50 through 41 mark because they do have one of the most iconic cities in the country. So they made it to 40, number 40. So a couple interesting facts about Illinois is number one, the Sears Tower in Chicago is the tallest building in America. I don't know if that still stands, but that was the first fact that they have. Number two, Illinois was the first state in the US to ratify the Constitution's 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery. So good on Illinois.
Land of Lincoln, baby.
The first McDonald's was built in Des Plaines, Illinois as well. So
cool.
that's kind of cool. And number four is Illinois produces more nuclear energy than any other state in the country. So
Bringing back nuclear. Okay.
some really interesting facts for otherwise pretty fucking boring state. So Illinois, congratulations for having a couple cool things about you. You did it. Who's next?
I can go, or do you want to take North Dakota, Delaware,
And then I
and
have
Connecticut?
What?
Max, do you want to take those, and I could take the last three? I could take the last three if you want to take North Dakota, Delaware,
No,
Connecticut.
let's just stick to our states because I did my research.
Okay, which states did you do the research on? Just to clarify.
Illinois, Georgia, New Hampshire, and Kentucky.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that works perfectly then. Okay, yeah, I'll go next. North Dakota, the great state of North Dakota, 39. You guys know anything about the state of North Dakota? I just want to prelude. Do you guys know a single thing about the state of North
They
Dakota?
have a Teddy Roosevelt National Park, right?
That
we
sounds
covered,
about
we
right.
covered
My-
North Dakota. North Dakota was in our last week.
Oh, then it's South. It's South Dakota. Shit.
South Dakota.
Ooh.
No, wasn't South Dakota in our last week?
No, I said Fargo. Oh yeah, hey. Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Macy and
Well,
Fargo.
this is what I get for not being on the episode last week. South Dakota. We'll go South Dakota. I've heard actually pretty good things about South Dakota. You got
Not from me.
Mount
I beg
Rushmore.
South
You've
Dakota.
got
Sioux Falls.
what do you not? You don't like South Dakota?
No, fucking hate South
Sioux
Dakota.
Falls. Didn't you drive through South Dakota?
Yeah, and the only thing they advertised
you were
the
going-
entire way for 300 miles was fucking wall drug. You enter the
God.
state and they're like, oh, don't forget to go to Wall Drug, thinking it's right around the corner, but nope, it's 350 miles away. Like, it's just
Yeah, it just
Sure.
seems like a lot of nothingness. Apparently, my friend lived in the great state of South Dakota, and he said that they have blackjack tables at every bar. So, they love their alcohol and they love their gambling, and they just mix it all together, even though it's not casinos. They just throw in the blackjack, lose some more money. What?
I was hitting.
Oh, you're hit.
Hit.
So yeah, South Dakota, not too great. Next, we got Delaware. I don't know a ton about the great state of Delaware. Let's see what I got here.
It's where most corporations
So
are.
yeah, I know LLCs are a huge thing there. Like, they have really great business protections, and they have really solid, beaches. But other than that, I've heard it's just kind of rolling rural countrysides, and that's about it. That's what I know about Delaware. They don't really have much for national parks or anything. I know they got the great city of Dover, Delaware.
First state.
So that's really all I know about Delaware. That is true. So they got that going for them.
Cheers.
I'm sorry,
Good
I'm
on
throwing
them.
off here. Connecticut. All right, and then
Oh,
the
am I
great
up?
state of Connecticut.
Oh, no, Tyler's up.
No, so
What are we at? 38? Are we at 38?
37 is
37.
Connecticut.
37. So from what I've read about Connecticut, most of the state is flat. And although it's got some cute little towns, it's just nondescript. The suburbs are kind of boring. You know, the urban areas are, you know, basically nothing, very flat. And, you know, they brag about their mighty Connecticut River, but I've never really heard of the mighty Connecticut River. So, you know, if they're bragging about their Connecticut River, that there's not much to be said. And it's also just a very flat place. There's not much beauty there. From what I've heard, you know, I'm sure they have some beautiful coastal towns, but I don't.
So
we're gonna keep it
actually,
pretty high up on the list.
Haley's brother Nate lives in Connecticut, and he actually said that Connecticut has a ton of wineries. And they actually have like some.
Well, they got that going for them, man.
They have some nice rolling hills, so it's actually pretty beautiful in the fall. Is what I've heard. And Connecticut's kind of a
Okay.
nice place to. Apparently, from what I understood, is like to get to Cape Cod and to Boston and to all these areas. It's kind of a nice place to be if you're trying to get get to other areas along the East Coast.
Get to other states.
Yeah,
It's a good place to get to
It's a
other
hub.
states.
It's a hub. All right,
Nice.
who's up next?
I believe it's
36, that's Mike.
I got Big Bad Alabama.
Alabama, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Bama football. That is one of the big pluses down there. I just said,
That's all they like out there. They only care for football.
Tyler, Michael, your Southern accent just makes you sound like Forrest Gump.
I know I was thinking of like Bobby Boucher for a second, but that, you know, that's Louisiana. I'm like, my mama said that. I just think of the water boy. I think
Go
of the
back to Waterboy.
sorry. Alabama, let's take a look. They have some cool caverns and caves that you can kind of explore and discover. And they also have about 60 miles of the Gulf Coast beaches. So the Gulf Coast, that's probably their like biggest redeeming factor that they have. Also, pretty cool Bama football. If you're a football fan, you're gonna love it. Some of the cons over there, super hot. Apparently, they're known for cockroaches. I did not know
Oh
that
God.
Montgomery is the birthplace of the Confederacy. They're one of the fattest states in the nation.
Nice.
They have one of the worst places to live, like regarding the economy, health, jobs, and education. So
Shout out to the governor of Alabama for creating a beautiful place. to
Sounds
live.
like we really should have moved Alabama up further on the list.
but you know, we're basing it based on natural beauty, not people beauty.
At least it's warm year round.
Yeah, I just gotta watch
Yeah,
out.
it gets way too hot though.
Number 35 is gonna be Pennsylvania.
Wait, wasn't that 36?
Well, 36 was Alabama.
Yeah. Now he's 35.
Oh, sorry.
35. Okay, Pennsylvania. So Pennsylvania, I didn't realize like how much history that state has. Like they have Philly, but they have Gettysburg, they have Independence Hall, they have the Liberty Bell. So just a lot of cool, great American history there.
Pirates.
Really, their climate is considered to be like ridge and valley Appalachian. So Max, probably similar to Connecticut during the fall. It's just beautiful there. They do get a decent amount of snow, and it's kind of a nice gateway state to get from either New England or to the Midwest or kind of more to the southeast part of the
Another
country.
hub.
So pretty cool. And then can't
Like
forget
I've
about,
also,
yeah.
I was gonna say did you read anything on the Poconos of Pennsylvania?
No.
That's a huge tourist spot. Yeah, that's their biggest draw. Like the Poconos of Pennsylvania brings in over 15 million visitors a year from New York City, Philadelphia, New Jersey. All the visitors, if they want to escape, they go to the Poconos, which is a really cool mountain town. You know, tons to do. They have skiing, mountain resorts, tons of hiking, you know, outdoor activities. That's a huge place for Pennsylvania.
By the way, guys, sidebar, I just looked up ESPN's best chance to win the Big Ten for college football. They have Ohio State at 73%, Michigan at 8%, and Wisconsin at 5%. That's it.
I mean, yeah.
I'm ready for college football and football. So let's go. Sorry, sidebar. Who's up next?
I still am up.
Rhode Island.
If I want to close off with Pennsylvania. Ty, you mentioned the Poconos, a large tourist attraction. I've heard a lot of people who live in Pennsylvania, they're sick of like all the Boston people that visit and all like the New York City people that visit. So, all right, number 34.
6.
I believe I have the big mighty state
Rhode
of
Island.
Rhode Island.
Huge state.
I did not know how minute like Rhode Island was. It's only 37 miles wide and 48 miles long. It's
only that. That's smaller than the county of or Door County.
Yeah, it is. It is puny. So there's a limited amount of beauty there, just because it's so densely populated. Really high taxes in Rhode Island. I guess their kind of big redeeming thing is that they do have the ocean shoreline and they have some great beaches there. So that is pretty much Rhode Island, just a little tiny state, nothing too bad, nothing too good about it. That's why we got it number 34.
I like it. All right, Maxie.
All right.
Maxino Pacino.
Wait. Okay. I got Georgia.
33, 32, 33, 32, and 31.
All right. Let's go. I got Georgia. Georgia. Actually, there are some pretty cool things about Georgia. Kind of going back to it, I think there are a couple of states that maybe could have got bumped. You could have argued to get bumped up. But again, we are talking about natural beauty. So these interesting facts are cool, but they don't necessarily all the time have to do with like the natural beauty of the state. Georgia was the birthplace of wine. So that's kind of cool. Like shout out to
Fact check that, but okay.
You can fact check that, but Google facts, something quite better. Everything you see on the internet is true. Georgia's love to host guests. Again, fact check.
They're very hospitable. They're very hospitable. That's just a South thing.
There are 12 different climate zones in Georgia.
It's beautiful.
Georgia is known for their peaches. So that is another kind of cool thing. The peach state and peach farming. And also they are known for their sweet tea and pecans. So big day to be a pecan and a big day to be sweet tea in the great state of Georgia.
Okay.
Let me roll down and list a couple more interesting facts. It has been known and regarded as the Empire State of the South. It is the world's longest drive-in restaurant in Georgia. They have an annual possum drop every New Year's Eve. And they also invented Coca-Cola.
Secret recipes in Atlanta somewhere in a vault.
The birthplace of the civil
pretty
rights
sick.
movement. Shout out to civil rights.
Anything on the natural beauty on our topic?
You forgot a big one.
Beautiful Augusta.
There you go.
So they have the home of the Masters. There's a lot of beauty out there on Augusta. It's the quail hunting.
Blue Ridge, Georgia.
What? They have
You
the
got
world's
Blue Ridge,
deepest
Georgia.
cave.
Kinda-
What?
Oh shit!
They have the world's
You
deepest
got.
cave.
I was gonna say you got Blue Ridge, Georgia, which is kind of like the Poconos. Very cool mountain town, and then you also got Savannah, Georgia, which I've heard is really cool with the mossy oak trees and kind of being near the coast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, a lot of good stuff that good old Georgia has to offer. So shout out to Georgia, but again, still sticking at 39. Not a whole lot of natural beauty in Georgia, but some kind of cool facts. So 33.
33.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. What do we got next on the list? New Hampshire. All right. New Hampshire.
I don't know anything about it.
All
Where is
right.
this?
I don't either.
1775, New Hampshire became the first state to declare independence from England. New Hampshire facts. Okay, so they have 4 nicknames. Number 1, the Granite State. for extensive granite formations and quarries. So that's kind of natural beauty in New Hampshire. Shout out to quarries everywhere and rocks. Good day to be a rock in New Hampshire. The mother of rivers. The rivers of New England that originate in our mountains. They originate in the mountains of New Hampshire. So the rivers of New England originate from the mountains of New Hampshire. So another shout out to some beauty in New Hampshire. White Mountain State. It's known for their White Mountain Range. So again, New Hampshire kind of.
Whoa.
So we might
They
have.
got some hills.
Yeah, and it's known for
I've heard the skiing is great out there.
It's known to be the Switzerland of America, and it's known for their beautiful mountain range scenery. So maybe
Whoa,
we go to
maybe
New Hampshire
maybe
and
we
read up on our
should
facts.
put New Hampshire higher.
I think we
New
might.
Hampshire just kind of sounded lit.
We might have
We
fucked
might
up
have
on
fucked
New
up
Hampshire.
with New Hampshire.
I think we did. I think it's supposed to be pretty damn beautiful. So we maybe should have done.
If it's called the Switzerland of America, then we may
That's-
have fucked up, but we can't change it.
We cannot change it. Just know that we are idiots. And that's why we named our podcast the Intellectual Idiot Show. I feel like we've been pretty spot on for most of the other states, but New Hampshire, I think we might have screwed up.
We may have.
Known as the Switzerland of the US. Yeah, tough look. And let's end it down with Kentucky. God knows how Kentucky is going to be ahead of New Hampshire, but here we go. Kentucky is the horse capital of the world, obviously the home of the Kentucky Derby. So shout out to Kentucky. We got
Shout out to horses.
the song Happy Birthday to You was originated in Louisville. So for anybody who has got a birthday today, I'm giving out shout outs left and right. If anybody's got a birthday today, shout out to you and to Louisville. And
Happy birthday to you.
and thank Louisville. Tally, do you want to sing it for us in honor of Louisville?
No,
Okay.
I'll just say happy birthday to you.
Post-it notes were invented in Kentucky.
That's beautiful.
Oh, Jesus.
And the
Kentucky
first
bourbon.
the first American public performance of Beethoven Symphony was in Kentucky. So some cool stuff there. They also obviously
Oh,
have,
that's so exciting.
they have
That's so
Louisville
exciting.
Slugger. They got some really cool places.
Jack Daniels.
Louisville's actually a really, really cool town. I've been to Louisville. So
They've got some beautiful rolling like mountains and hills in Kentucky, and they got the Red River Gorge. So they do have some good natural beauty there as well.
Bluegrass, the Bluegrass State. But yeah, so that sums it up. We got 40, we got Illinois, then North Dakota, 39, Delaware, 38, Connecticut, 37,
Dakota.
Alabama, 36,
Dakota.
Pennsylvania, 35, Rhode Island, 34, Georgia, 33, New Hampshire, 32. We fucked up. Asterisk by New Hampshire, Kentucky, 31. That wraps up our pod today, boys.
It's a good
Wow.
episode.
Good episode.
I felt
So
flustered not missing last week's.
to all of our idiot listeners out there, subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Don't be stupid and ignorant. Go to follow us and rate us on Apple Podcasts. You guys all have no excuse. Whoever is listening to this podcast, you have no excuse. So don't be a scumbag. Follow our podcast.
I dare you. All
I
right.
dare-
Well,
No fucking balls. You won't.
bit of an aggressive way to end it. A bit of an aggressive way to end it, but I like it. We're starting off. Maybe it's because it's a Sunday morning instead of a Sunday night.
I'm going to the Brewer game again today, so I got to suffer through another Brewers loss. So pray for me.
Oh,
But shout out to Blackstone. If Blackstone hears this, if you sponsor us, I will give you all, each and every one of you, a good old sloppy one. So shout out to Blackstone. All right, everybody. Tyler, take us away.
I don't know if I could take a
Rip
step
it out.
after that one.
Rip it out. Pot out.
Hot out.
Pot us out.
Holy shit. It's out. I already